We thank God that at least He has seen us through this program. We thank Him for our son Daniel, who has now slept, but we know that He loved him so much, although He allowed it to happen that at this time. My sister Angela, may God strengthen you and may God be with you as you mourn the death of your son. My daughter Kingi, my son Nana, may God be with you. May God guide you. May God be with you as you grow up, as you continue with your life. May He protect you. May He give you wisdom. May you be with you in everything that you are doing. Our other relatives and friends, may God continue to be with you. Our mother Grace, may God be with you. All the Nyakeri family, God be with you all. The Mochaches, may God be with you. All friends who have been here today to comfort us and be with us as we mourn the death of our son, we thank you so much, and may God be with each one of you.
But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry earth. Will dim and lose their value if we recall their borrowed for a while, and things of earth that cause the heart to tremble. Remember, there will only bring a smile. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on. Until the day my eyes behold the city. Until the day God calls me home. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I'm onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up, and I shall stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has no desire to stay where doubts arise and fears dismay. Though some may dwell where these are bound. My prayer, my aim is higher ground. Lord, lift me up, and I shall stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. I want to live above the world, though Satan's darts at me are hurled. For faith has caught the joyful sound, the song of saints on higher ground. Lord, lift me up, and I shall stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, lift my feet on higher ground. I want to scale the utmost height and catch a gleam of glory bright, but still I'll pray till have not found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up, and I shall stand. Song 430. Joy when the reapers gather home, bringing the sheaves a set of sun to the new Jerusalem. These are the songs that we hope to sing. Grateful the thanks our hearts shall bring, praising forever Christ our King in the new Jerusalem. Joy, joy, there'll be joy by and by. Joy, joy, where the joys never die.
So I didn't want this more. Thank you. Toka tu. Umefika vizuri.
All those who have come from the Mochache family, hebu simameni. The Mochache family, just stand where you are. Asante sana. Hawa ndio mababa na mama, aunties, cousins wa brothers, sisters wa the late Daniel. Na kwa niaba ya sote tunawaambiaje? Poleni na asanteni. Please you may take your seats. Marehemu Joseph Mageto Mochache, ndugu ambaye aliyetuacha, hawa ni mandugu zao, mandugu wake na madada na wengineo. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru kwamba tuko hapa siku ya leo. Tungelitaka sasa pia kurecognize jamii ya mzee the late Babu Simon Nyachae, ambaye mtoto wake ni anti wetu Angela Nyarangi Mochache. Kwa hivyo kwa sasa all the Nyachaes, please let's be upstanding. All of the Nyachaes tafadhali, wote, your children, grand, na wameongozwa hapa, na tunashukuru kwamba umeongena Baba Grace Nyachae. We thank the Lord that she's managed and she's been very instrumental even in these arrangements, and she's here with us. Baba Grace, at an opportune time tutakuita. For now, please wave at them. Munawambiaje? Pole and God comfort you. Asante. We now wish to go to the aunties. Aunties kutoka pande ya Mochache. Aunties abakoro kwa abangi na moke. Okay. Mbanya kwa banene abangi na moke. Small mothers totenenengo, the aunties of Nyakeri. Aunties once bitenenango. All the aunties, all of them. Wangina moke. Thank you, thank you. Auntie Diana, Auntie Leuko, Auntie Alice. I can see kina Auntie Jemima, Jane, mwensi na balo tegaki, Auntie Mary. Kama sita wataja, don't take offense. Mojiko ndo tamakindi, korende no mwanande ngoko morange, mwokora mange. Asante, please sit down. Aunties from the Nyachae's side, from the mother side, yeah, ebu tutenenengo, please, all the aunties. Thank you. Pia mono sana na poleni, asante kwa kufika nyote. God bless you. We now want to also go to the uncles. I know that they all stood up in unison. Uncles, all the uncles from the Mochache side, please let's be upstanding. All of them. Kina Uncle Robert, the Nyaundis, nawaona Jomba Kinara, Mosomi, Pastor Mochache, asante, wakili Arasa, Mugisangi gari my uncle mbemono. I can see Charles abalode koruali mwenzi abandu mavaa masks, kwa hivyo tuwaoni vizuri, lakini ni nyinyi wote ninwe tu abalode. God answer. God bless you. We now want to go to the next group, and these are none other than the friends of the late Daniel, marafiki wa Daniel. I think I saw Leo somewhere. They are all the friends. Yes, I will be calling you at some point. Oh, wonderful. Chache had so many friends. Awesome. If this number managed to come here, that tells you that this was a great son. Agre, Nyote. Oh, wonderful. I see others there. I hope they're none at my back. We just want to say thank you for making your time, and thank you for being wonderful friends to our brother. God bless you. That's the best we can give you. Please, tunasema poleni and be seated. We want to go to the next group. These are the friends of Dr. Kingi Mochache. Dr. Kingi, marafiki wale wa Kingi, the ones who work with her, or the ones who are somehow in whichever way, whichever friendship. Please, friends of Kingi, can you be upstanding? I see one at the back. I see two over there. Thanks. That's mommy. Yeah. Yes. Thanks so much. I see. Yes. Thank you so much. And thank you for being there for our sister. May God bless you. Asante. Tunataka kuingia sasa kwa majirani. Neighbors. Neighbors in Nakuru, neighbors in Nairobi, neighbors Gusii, neighbors majirani. Where are we? Very good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Asante. Biamono anko yangu, tunawashukuru. Asante kwa kuwa majirani wema na kuwakilisha wengine. Nashukuru na poleni. Asante. Haya. I'm now finishing up the aspect of introducing you. The last ones now are friends of the family. Marafiki wa jamii ambao tumekuja. Mkono juu. Hebu tusimame. Marafiki wa jamii. Friends of the Mochaches, friends of the Nyachais, friends of friends. My friends. Yeah? Yes. Helen Nunda, you've been instrumental. Elder there. Thank you. Mzee Bill, you are always in these functions. God bless you. Thank you so much. Sabokes, ninaona nyote. Mheshimiwa, thank you so much. God bless you. Mbiamono mwensi Akiba, I didn't recognize you. My elders, my aunties there at the back. Tafadhali, Mungu amejua mmefika. Asante. Haya. Is there anyone feeling nilimwacha? Hii ni space ya adui. Any enemies? Cause hata tunaambiwa hata adui fanya nini? Mpende. Adui yupo, tukupende. Hawako. Kwa sasa nimemaliza hicho kipindi.
The first reading comes from John chapter 14 verses 1 to 3. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I will go prepare a place for you? And when I go and prepare the place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may also be.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kingi or Kemunto, as most of you know me. So I'll read the eulogy. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night, in the dusty recess of their mind, wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they act on their dreams with open eyes to make them possible. That's a quote by T.E. Lawrence. Jambo jambo, guys. Chache loved to start off all his phone calls parodying a famous Kenyan many of us know. Daniel Nyakeri Mochache, or Chache as he was fondly nicknamed, was born on 26 June 1986 at the Nairobi Hospital to my late dad, Joseph Mageto Mochache, and my mom, Angela Nyarangi Mochache, who formerly of CBK. His siblings, myself, Dr. Kingi Kemunto Mochache, and my brother, Eric Manyara Mochache, are the siblings. He was an uncle to Angela Nyaboke, my daughter, of Loreto Valley Road, and he was a grandson to the late Henry Mochache, Trufosa Ogake, and Birita Nyanchama, as well as my Sokoro, the late Simeon Nyachai, the late Esteri Nyaboke, Martha Mwango, and Baba Grace Wamoyo. He was a cousin and nephew to many. Education. Nyakesh started his education at Langata Kindergarten and went on to Langata Junior and St. Hannah's Preparatory School. So, of course, I was in these same schools except St. Hannah's. He then later joined Nairobi School, also known to Patch. Of course, that one I didn't go. It's for boys. And St. Hannah's Secondary School for his secondary studies, where he completed in 2004. Shortly after, he went to pursue his interest in tech and engineering. He started his pre-university course at Kiev National University in Ukraine. Upon completing this, he went on to Multimedia University, Cyberjaya, Malaysia. In Malaysia, he was joined by Nana. Mimi nilisomea tu hapa Nairobi, where he pursued his bachelor's in engineering honors, majoring in optical engineering between 2006 to 2011. It was no secret that Chache loved and always pursued excellence. Despite already being an accomplished engineer, he went on to do his master's in electronic communication and computer engineering at the University of Nottingham, where he completed in 2014. There was a common understanding that he was the resident family geek, and he was always around the corner, ready to offer a helping, and whenever anyone had a computer or software issues, from uncles to aunties to anybody, they just called Nyakeri. His professional life. He was a highly talented infrastructure and network engineer. Chache's career journey started at Telcom Malaysia Enterprise in 2010. On returning home to Kenya, he worked as a transmission engineer at Orange Telecom Kenya from 2011 to 2013. He then took a break to pursue his master's before returning home back to Kenya to work at Joe World Agencies and later at Kenya Postal Corporation as a development, operations and infrastructure engineer, where he stayed until his demise. Chache's talent, technical expertise and willingness to always help meant that he was always popular to call for friends and family needing consultation on anything tech related. As a result of this, Chache built multiple websites and offered consultation for diverse business projects for family and friends, including our grandmother Grace Simbi Rose's website, My Business, Psyche Kenya, and Joe World Agencies, which is Jeff, and even Ogake, who is not here, Ogake Bridal. I'll ask Maureen, my sister, to read about social life.
Social life. Chache was baptized in the Seventh-day Adventist Church and was a member of the Nairobi Central SDA Church. As Oscar Wilde said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all." Chache did not just exist, he thrived. Not only was he a scholar, excelling all through his studies, he was also what one would consider a lifeist. Many would describe him as an outdoorsy person, considering
he is always doing something exciting and dragging everyone along with him. His personality and thrive for the life was infectious, which meant he was always making friends and often inviting them on the many of his fun escapades, including one we were to go this weekend. Chache, the villager in the big city, or to many, Mr. Meremeta. Anywhere that he went, he used to say he's Mr. Meremeta. As we fondly referred to him, scaled Mount Kenya 11 times, Kilimanjaro 8 times, Mount Kinabalu in Malaysia 2 times, and Mount Elbrus in Russia. As if that wasn't enough adventure, he also had a passion of paragliding. That is what we were meant to do this weekend. And enjoying long distance bike riding, he epitomized the phrase eating life with a big spoon. His passion for life, travel, and seeing the world was also extended into a passion for photography. Those who've seen his social media, you can attest to that. He loved taking photos, and you would count on him to photobomb you at any opportunity. He was known to tell the funniest stories, share the best memes, in quotes, moisondes, and his ability to stretch the imagination was a joy to anyone listening. Chache also enjoyed and often participated in various sporting activities. While in Malaysia, he played rugby professionally for the Royal Selaga Club, and upon moving back to Nairobi, he also briefly played for the Kenyan Harlequins. Evidently, Chache was not your average guy. His unique taste also expanded into his preference for music. He often enjoyed listening to electro trance and EDM music, with some of his favorite DJs including Avicii, Garrix, and Tiesto, among others. Being an engineer, he sometimes merged his passion to tech and music by engineering his own beats and making his own music from time to time. The sister wanted to read the sickness part.
Nyakeri sickness. Nyakeri was in perfectly good health until Monday 16th. This is from my mouth, this is from how I saw him, and this is from what the postmortem showed. While at work, on Monday, he began to feel fatigued. That's Monday last week. Today is the 7th day. So Monday last week, he began to feel unwell, and he requested a colleague to drop him home early to rest. Later that evening, he began to have a runny stomach, which he attributed to a local shawarma. Shawarma is some kind of wrap thing people eat in Nairobi. He then went on to a nearby chemist on Wednesday to buy something we call Imodium, which stops you from having a running stomach, but instead he began to vomit. Then he started having general malaise. He was just feeling weak on and off for the days. His appetite was noted to be poor by Nana, who tried really to cook for him severally because they lived together. And as a family, me, mom, Nana, we were all on phone call, sometimes visiting. We resorted to just give him soup and fruits, which he craved most. It was very difficult to understand exactly how much he was eating unless you sit there maybe the whole day. On Saturday, he visited my clinic, and I couldn't understand what was going on because he didn't have any pain. He just kept complaining of weakness on and off. Sometimes my legs are feeling weak. So I decided the only thing that can show me what is going on is we do lab tests, and then I refer him to one of my colleagues because I can't treat him as a doctor. So he had his blood drawn. By the time I finished now what I was doing, I called Nyakeri back thinking he's either waiting at the reception or downstairs, but he tells me he has already gone back home. He took a taxi and went home to rest. So the lab had said that the results will be out in a day or two, and they'll be emailed to me. On Monday morning, his laboratory results were relayed to me, and they revealed, being a doctor, I looked at them and I knew he had severe liver failure and kidney injury and a bacterial infection. Because I had visited him severally. I remembered the diarrheal episode he had, and I thought that was what the issue was, and I immediately called mom and I told her, let's take Nyakeri to hospital now. I think he needs drips and all this supportive care because his labs don't look good. And I talked to Nyakeri and he agreed that poster has said we go to Nairobi West Hospital. Let me read now. I diverted. His sister Kingi and brother Eric immediately decided to take him to hospital for inpatient care with approval from mom, who was out of town. She was in Kisii at the time. On Monday 23rd at 11, Nyakeri organized with his employer on the preferred hospital of choice and relayed this information to both myself, my mom, and Nana. Nana was to accompany him by taxi. He was in that kind of a state that we thought he would get into a taxi and go to hospital. At 1 p.m., as he stepped out of the gate, he suddenly vomited and collapsed. As myself and Eric were driving him to hospital, because now I diverted from going to Nairobi West Hospital to home, as they were seated behind in my car, I realized Nyakeri might not make it to Nairobi West Hospital. He was not looking good, and I decided to just stop at Langata Hospital. We do the critical first aid and then proceed on to Nairobi West Hospital. But despite 30 to 45 minutes of resuscitation, Nyakeri succumbed at 2:45 p.m. A postmortem carried out the following day, on Tuesday, because I demanded it, I needed closure, revealed all his organs were healthy. There was no COVID, his lungs were clear. There was no brain anything, his brain was perfect, he had no stroke, he had nothing, except an acute injury to the liver and to the kidney, which now, in retrospect, we suspected to have been caused by the bacterial intestinal bug from what he had eaten. Nyakeri was a true lifeist and a man of the people. He had friends from all over the world, all of whom are mourning his loss, and his family. Although he is no longer with us, Chache has left a legacy of fruitful relationships. Mimi hata sijapanda Longonot. Relationships solely built with his humility, selflessness, and kindness. Thank you.
Wow.